and then they look and they say, really, can we afford it?
Yeah.
And if people push the boat out last year, they may be finding that this year they just can't do it because it definitely is more expensive. Hayley Sparkes joins us in the studio now to tell us the tricks of the trade. And you feel, Hayley, that all is not lost. You think if you shop around, you apply a few tricks, you can do OK for yourself?
Yeah, I definitely love to share some of my tips with the viewers because everybody deserves a holiday, but with the cost of living, we want to kind of see where we can save money. So one of my biggest tips would be to use a travel consultant. They work for you for free, so there's no cost to the consumer. But what I didn't realise till I joined the travel industry is about 60% of the world's holidays are trade only, so you wouldn't find them online. So if you work with a professional, they can help do all the research for you, shop around, look at the trade only deals. So you might have
Hayley,
some
is this the same
gems.
as a travel agent or is this different?
Travel agent or an independent travel consultant, any travel professional will have access to the trade only deals, discounts, holidays, etc. So that would definitely be one of my tips. But obviously, if you are going to do your own research and find your own holidays, I'd say the more flexible you can be on dates, obviously the prices will be great, and also be really open-minded when it comes to destinations. So some of the hot spots at the moment, Poland, for example, is one of the most affordable European destinations, which is really trending.
Have you been to Poland?
Yeah, I've been to Poland, but a long, long time ago now. It's not somewhere I would consider a hotspot, but this is the idea, right? You need to be flexible.
Yeah, be flexible, be open-minded. Other really up-and-coming destinations, you've got places like Albania, Bulgaria, great alternatives to Greece. You've only got to have a look online at the stunning coastlines, mountains.
Well, you see, I'm thinking here again, I haven't been to Albania or Bulgaria or Poland.
Well, apparently the Albanian Riviera, as it's called, the beaches are really nice there.
Yeah.
And it's so cheap to get drinks and...
Beautiful, so affordable. And another top tip to consider is a cruise. Now, people often think, wow, cruises, you think luxury, you think, you know, sort of bucket list, but that is not the case. The cruise market is so extensive. So there's great budget entry-level cruise lines, which are fantastic for families. You know what you're paying for. There's no hidden charges. And different brands like MSC, for example, they'll do single-parent discounts, which is really lovely. Discounts for NHS workers. You've got brands like P&O that have got a whole fleet of ships to choose from. And also you can do a lot of sailings out of the UK. So when you're not paying for a flight, or maybe you've got young children, or again mobility issues, disabilities, a land-based sort of UK-based sailing on a cruise can be fantastic. And when you compare the price of a cruise to a land-based holiday, they are way more affordable in the main, and especially with the budget cruise lines, and just so much to do on a cruise.
Well, one of the interesting things you said there was, depending on your job, perhaps your employers have some sort of trade deal with travel agents.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you can get special discounts and deals. So I would say you've got nothing to lose by working with a travel professional. They do all the research because on average, a UK consumer will spend about 30 hours looking for holidays, go on so many different websites, and it can just get a little bit overwhelming, a little bit confusing, where if you go direct to an expert, they might be able to share some of these hotspots, some of the affordable destinations.
You see, there's this thing nowadays where we, as the consumer, are expected to do all the work.
All the legwork,
all the legwork. You know, book it yourself, do this, do that, whatever it is. And I am so lazy that I would just prefer to pay... Do I pay extra for this?
No, there's no extra charge because travel professionals, they get paid by the travel tour operators that they work with. So, yeah, they get paid by the suppliers, basically. So their service is completely free. Just like a mortgage broker, you don't pay them to find a mortgage for you. You don't pay a travel expert to help you with your holiday. And then if anything goes wrong, another benefit is that they're always there. Based in the UK, you've got somebody that you can call if a flight's cancelled, if there's bad weather and you can't get home. It's nice to be able to pick up the phone to an expert who can actually deal with the problem for you.
Is there a best time to book?
Now, the best possible time to book, where you get the most incredible deals, the best choice, is actually straight after Boxing Day. There's a period called peaks in the travel industry, which runs right after Christmas.
I haven't even got the summer planned yet, and you want me to talk about Christmas here. But that's where you save the big bucks.
Yes, for next year, for 2026 and beyond, definitely start having a look. And that's when you'll notice on every TV channel, all the big travel companies will be, the adverts for travel are everywhere straight after Boxing Day. That's because they want to sell their stock of holidays up front, and they'll have the best choice, the best deals. But I mean, like I say, you can obviously find great holiday offers all year round. And consider the UK as well. I mean, we have so many beautiful places. And thinking outside the box, there are even agencies where you pay a small fee to join. But if you're an animal lover and you've got experience looking after dogs and cats, you can actually go and pet sit, but you get to stay in a family's house for free if you agree to care for their pets. So if you're really on a budget, think outside the box, because everyone deserves a holiday.
Okay.
Well, in fairness, you know, I know from your work, for instance, and you're always working, you're always on the go, but you do spend a lot of time in the UK with home-based holidays, and the weather doesn't put you off, and if so, why not?
Well, I mean, it depends what time of year you go, and it depends where you see. But if you're going to a UK destination where there's lots of interesting, could be museums, beautiful restaurants, cafes, places of interest, places like Bath, when you've got all that history, then it doesn't put me off if I know ahead of time that there's lots of interesting things to see and do. And if there's beautiful nature, then if you're dressed for it, I think you can enjoy that all year round as well.
Look, I think we should see you more often back here, and just, you know, not surprising people with all this, doing as you do now, just giving them plenty of information and notice on all of this.
Well, I'd love to come back any time.
And you're back just after 9 a.m. this morning. So if you've got any questions for Hayley Sparkes this morning on your holiday destination, how to save money, any tips for where you're going this summer, gbnews.com/you'll-say, send them in, and Hayley will answer them in the next hour for us.
OK.
Thanks, Hayley.
Good seeing you. Thank you.
See you too.
Thank you very much indeed.